Yo, yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. Snapzilla Gorilla is in the building. Hitting y'all with this quick live stream. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a discussion. We're going to have a discussion, y'all. Because I'm thoroughly confused by certain shit. Thoroughly confused. I'm confused by the individuals out there that have a crystal ball and can read minds and whatnot and know intentions in people's hearts, and because they would do something, they think you would do it as well, or because their favorite person would do it, they think that you would be okay with your favorite person doing it as well. We're gonna get into that. And this really just applies throughout life in general. It applies to politics. It applies to social norms, society in general. It applies to boxing. It applies to a lot of different things, a lot of different sports, because we have to understand why we get so emotionally attached. Number one, that is the key. Understanding emotional attachment to individuals we know nothing about. Emotionally attached to the point where we are, we go to the point of threatening others, putting ourselves in danger, calling people out, all these different things to protect an individual you don't know from Adam. To do damage control for someone that you have never met, that will probably never speak to you ever in life. We go to the point where we defend them more than we defend our real brothers and sisters, our real friends and family. You know what I'm saying? And what this culminates in is division. Division where it does not need to be, right? If we took a step back and looked at the entire landscape, we would understand that, for instance, the sport of boxing. If you take a step back and look at the landscape of the sport of boxing on the professional level, you'll understand that boxing, right, is bigger than the individual fighter, right? Boxing is bigger than the individual fighter. Boxing is the sum of its parts. You have fighters, you have judges, you have, referees, you have coaches and instructors, you got, you have promoters, you have sanctioning bodies. They all exist together to form the sport of boxing. But for some reason, we like to place more importance on one aspect of the sport of boxing over others. This is retarded. Queen Sister Cameron, salute to you. Be careful while you're driving there, Miss Lady. All right? Be careful driving. Anyway, salute to you this morning. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Boxing is made up of a sum of parts. Just like football, the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, the WNBA are made up of a sum of its parts. Now, are there people that stand out? Are there standout stars? Are there standout athletes? Are there standout performers? Are there standout entertainers and standout? I meant to say not entertainers. I didn't mean to say entertainers. I meant to say standout hold up. Standout promoters. Are there people that go out of their way to put on, to draw more attention? Yes, there are. There are people, okay, this guy has more shine, he has more charisma than this guy. But at the end of the day, who is this boxer who is this football player? Who is this basketball player without his teams and his opponents to shine against, right? How are you going to shine when, okay, so how are you going to shine when you have nothing to stand against that you're shining against? You get what I'm saying? Like the whole face of boxing argument. It's the face of boxing, right? Well, if there's no boxing, what are you the face of? And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, if this individual isn't boxing, what is he the face of now? Does that make sense? We place way too much importance on individual fighters when it comes to the point where we're neglecting up-and-coming fighters that could be better than the fighters that we're placing so much shine on. Hold on, y'all. That we're placing so much importance on. And this is what's going on with Tank Davis fans. As we know, Tank Davis is going to be fighting Jake Paul in November. And there's a lot of hoopla, there's a lot of resistance to it, there's a lot of, excuses being made. There are a lot of things surrounding this whole situation where, a lot of people are exposing themselves for who they really are as so-called boxing fans, as so-called boxing journalists, boxing YouTube creators, all these different things. And there's a lot of projection. And it reverberates through every aspect of boxing now, because these people are essentially trying to do damage control, and they want to make sure that other fighters are looking bad, right? So they throw them in shit that they don't belong in, right? For instance, what prompted me to talk about this was this whole thing with Najee and Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. And I guess Devin called out Najee, called him a sellout, right? Because of his interview with Ryan Garcia. Now, on the surface, if you look at all the people that are talking about this, that oppose Devin Haney, they're basically saying, oh, he's just mad because Najee is simply interviewing Ryan Garcia. They would have you believe that. So it makes Devin look petty, right? It makes him look petty. And, without all the full context and without all the information, you just think, oh, well, Devin Haney is just mad because Najee is interviewing a fighter, when it's Najee's job, basically, to interview a fighter. But that's not really the problem that Devin had, is it? When you look at the interview itself, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch some of it. When you look at the interview Najee had with Ryan Garcia, Wesley Colsey asked, what the hell am I talking about? What the hell are you listening to is a question. When you look at the interview and you look at, when you look at how Najee is interviewing Ryan Garcia, then you can gain an understanding of where the problem comes in, right? And when you juxtapose that against how he treated Teofimo Lopez when they talked, then you can understand the full scope. Oh, okay. That's where the problem is, right? Well, the problem is that Najee is softballing Ryan Garcia. He's asking these questions, and he's not calling Ryan Garcia out. He's not doing these different, he doesn't have the same energy he had for Teofimo Lopez. That's where it is, right? Well, what do we know about Ryan Garcia? We know Ryan Garcia is a racist drug cheat. But when he comes up there, we're treating him like he's not. Or, You're not treating him like you treated Teofimo Lopez when you confronted Tio and all that other shit. And you made it clear to Tio that you wasn't cool with that shit. Not the same energy with Ryan Garcia. That is what Devin is referring to. But no, we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to call Devin a hypocrite. We're going to call the people that have an issue with this interview hypocrites. That's what we're going to do. Davis versus Shakur will never happen. No, it will never happen. And that's another thing. These individuals believe, hold on, y'all. I think something's wrong with this damn lens. Hold on. Why do we think that why do people continue to think that Tank Davis, Talker Truck Davis, is going to fight all these guys after he fights Jake Paul? What's giving us this impression? What has Talker Truck Davis done to convince y'all that he's going to go ahead and fight Shakur, fight Floyd Schofield, go up and fight Teofimo Lopez? What makes y'all believe that Tonka Truck Davis is actually going to do that? What makes you think he's going to fight Abdullah Mason? There's no indicator. There's nothing. There's no reason for us to believe that. But every indication shows us that he's probably going to retire, or depending on how well this exhibition goes, he might continue to do exhibitions like this, right? Because everybody's talking about all this big money it's going to make. It's going to bring in such a big bag. It's going to be the biggest fight of the year in terms of what the money it brings in. We'll see. I mean, it is what it is. But the problem is not that Najee interviewed Ryan Garcia. The problem is how he interviewed Ryan Garcia. The energy he had for Ryan Garcia versus the energy he had for Teofimo Lopez, and how we know that this guy is a racist drug cheat. But we know Tio is a racist, but he's not a drug cheat. But I would go far as to say Ryan Garcia is more of an open and blatant racist than Teofimo Lopez, but you ain't got the same energy for him. You don't. And that's where the issue comes in. But of course, Tonka Truck Davis fans are going to come out. They're going to act like there's a problem with Devin Haney and Devin Haney fans having a problem with Najee interviewing Ryan Garcia. Because, of course, they have to draw the attention from the clown show that Tonka Truck Davis is about to engage in November. And that's where we have the issue, right? It's a clown show. One Tonka Truck content creator even went as far as to say that he understands the problem that people are having with the way Najee interviewed Ryan Garcia. How he let him get away with bullshit. How he took it easy on him. Softball questions. He asked the right questions, but he let him get away with the answers. You have the understanding. You even go as far as to say that, but you still say that Devin Haney fans are hypocrites? When you understand this, you even go as far as to say, you are hypocrites because if given the opportunity in the future, we would go ahead and interview Ryan Garcia. He's talking about boxing content creators. If y'all know, if you had an opportunity to interview Ryan Garcia, you would do it. And that would make a YouTube content creator who had an issue with the interview between Najee and Ryan Garcia, they'll make them hypocrites if they took an interview with Ryan Garcia. What? The problem is not simply that Najee interviewed Ryan Garcia. That's not the issue. That's not the issue at all. Mind the Master Musa, salute to you. Absolutely, freedom ain't free. Babylon says, look like someone. What are you talking about? Anyway, that's the problem. The problem isn't, we have a problem with Najee interviewing certain boxers. No. That's not the problem at all. That's never a problem. Right? And how would it make another YouTube content creator that had an issue with Najee interviewing Ryan Garcia, not because he interviewed him, but the way he interviewed him? Why wouldn't they accept an interview with Ryan Garcia so that they could ask the real questions and not let Ryan Garcia get away with the bullshit? Why would they not? Yeah, if you want to get an opportunity to expose Ryan Garcia for who he is and really dig into where Ryan Garcia, where his mind is at, so that people can see this is Ryan Garcia, this is who he is. How would that make them hypocrites to do that? Because maybe they want an opportunity to do what Najee did not do, what he should have done. If he was really about it like he was about it with Teofimo Lopez. I don't know any of these people are talking about. The problem is people idolizing millionaires. Millionaire problems are not our problem. Exactly, Michael, I agree. What did Ryan Garcia do? Well, this is really not about what Ryan Garcia did. Ryan Garcia did what he was supposed to do and bullshit the host to get out of his nonsense, right? But what Ryan Garcia did do and has done is be a racist drug cheat. Patty, 2 times, salute to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Michael says, who is Ryan Garcia? He's a boxer. Sometimes I do boxing content. Not because I'm a boxing content creator. Don't get that twisted. It's just because I enjoy boxing. I love boxing. I am a boxing enthusiast, meaning that I actually box myself. So I like to box. I train in it. You know what I'm saying? Every day. You know, every other day. One day I train in boxing, and another day I train in Muay Thai. When really, Muay Thai incorporates boxing, so I box every day. This is what I do. I spend hours boxing. So I like boxing. I like watching boxing as well. So, you know, whereas I'm not a boxing expert in terms of following the sport, the professional boxing sport, knowing all these fighters and knowing all these different timelines and all these rankings. And I'm not really into all that because I choose to spend more time actually boxing than watching and studying what's going on in boxing. But I do catch the fighters that I like. I watch them fight, you know what I'm saying, just to enjoy the sport. But the reason I do cover it every now and then is because I see a lot of bullshit going on in the sport, in the professional realm of boxing, that I don't like. So I like to cover it because it's really fucking up the sport. A lot of things are fucking up the sport. Walt's Black asked how old I am. I'm 45. Can I come to Florida to train you? Well, I might go to Florida to do a boot camp that you can come enjoy and join in on. But I do plan on. Here's the thing I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna start dropping videos of my training regimen and what I plan to do in terms of training other people, right? Because starting next week, I'm going to be training with this guy, and hopefully a couple other guys. People ask me all the time, like when I'm in the park getting my training in, they ask if I'm a trainer or if I have a boot camp. So I'm gonna start putting those on in person, and I also drop videos, and I'll drop members only videos for boxing training content, and not just with boxing, but also all kind of other exercises, functional fitness. I like to do functional fitness, so I will start dropping videos in that realm that people can enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I'll ease into it. Of course, I'll present videos that people can watch, and then, you know, once there's a certain amount of interest, I will do some members only. I will start memberships for that. No black man should ever vote Democrat. I agree. No black man should ever vote, period, for this system. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. You don't box. If you were a boxy, you would watch every single greatest boxer ever exist. That's a lie. That's a lie. I do box. Boxing has nothing to do with watching boxers. What are you talking about? Salute the fuck off. Thank you. I appreciate that. You got bad knees? Well, there are things that you can. I got bad knees as well. I got all kind of bad shit going on. But, there are ways to reduce inflammation so that you can perform. I don't know where you're getting this, though. I don't box because I don't watch every fight. Is that what you're trying to say? Because I don't watch every single greater boxing ever to exist, to learn from them. That's a bag of bullshit. Because I do watch great fighters that I do take away certain things from. I do incorporate certain boxer styles into my style. What are you talking about? I don't need to watch every great boxer to do that. Reactor Trashy said, shit, man, you look like my dad would if he wasn't white. That's funny. Gloria B says, take care of the body now. It would be great later if you don't. Exactly. Patty Two Times says, I'm going to subscribe and send you a message about helping me out with a plan. That's cool. I don't know how you send messages over YouTube, but you can hit my email up, snapzillagorilla@gmail.com. Let me see. Yeah. Snapzillagorilla because I can't put it. Snapzilla, SNAPZILLA GUERRILLA @gmail.com. I wish I could put it in the comments, but I can't right now. But y'all will see. I'll put it in the description box. So anyway, listen. Here's the fact. Here is the fact. Tank Davis is not an elite fighter. I know that many of his fans wanted him to be, and they think he is simply because he has a lot of dazzling knockouts against guys that were perfectly matched for him to get knockouts against. And I know that we want to believe as Tonka Truck fans, not me, but as Tonka Truck fans want to believe that he's actually an elite fighter. But he keeps displaying that he has no interest in that. He has no interest in legacy. He has no interest in being elite. He has no interest in challenging himself. So what he is doing is what's best for him as an individual. He's been holding on to the WBA belt since 2023 or 2022 when he was mandated by the WBA to fight Rolly Romero. He took care of that. Hasn't fought a mandatory since. Has made no real progression or movement. He just wants the money. That's why he's fighting Jake Paul next. We have to accept this. He's fighting Jake Paul next. He's given indications that he will not want to fight again after that. I mean, he's told you guys he wanted to retire at the end of 2025. That's what he told you guys. But yet we're still holding on to this hope. Oh, well, he's just going to fight Jake Paul. He's going to make so much money that he's going to have all the leverage. He's going to have all the leverage in his future fights. So he's going to get all this money. It's delusional. Say the email one more time. snapzillagorilla@gmail.com. SNAPPZILLAGURRILA@gmail.com. Tonka Truck Davis is done, in my opinion. He's going to fight Jake Paul. He's going to make 40 or 50 million, whatever he's going to make. And he's going to ride off into the sunset. And when he doesn't come back in 2026 to fight anybody, y'all going to be in shambles. Y'all are going to be butthurt. And what are you going to do? You're going to take it out on every other fighter. You're going to take it out on Shakur. You're going to take it out on Devin Haney. You're going to take it out on Abdullah Mason. You're going to make excuses. It is what it is, y'all. We don't have to. I mean, it's pure projection. Just because you would be the hypocrite doesn't mean that Devin Haney fans are hypocrites. I used to have those trucks too. Good old Tonka truck. We are in a spiritual war. It's more than that. Salute, Jacob Holly. Yes, please hit the like button. So, it's okay. Stormy B-Man, salute. Y'all go check out Stormy B-Man's channel. Thank you for coming through this morning, brother. You going live today? Are you doing a call-in? I'm going to get my workout out the way. And I think that, yeah, I might call in on the show. I think I will. So if you're doing y'all go check out Stormy B-Man. If y'all are interested in boxing, some of you might not be. Some of you are probably here because of my political coverage content. Go check out Stormy B-Man. And y'all go check him out, man. He has a lot of great. If you want to know real good shit about, I'm not a boxing content creator. Stormy B-Man is a pure boxing content creator that y'all need to go check him out. We need to bring some fresh eyes to the sport. I appreciate that, Stormy. You know, Malcolm X, this is from that's the actual logo from the X movie, Malcolm X movie with Denzel. So y'all go check him out. We need to bring some nice fresh eyes to the sport. And Stormy B-Man, he watches all these fights. He watches, if you don't know him, if you do know him, he watches it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So that's what y'all need to go check him out, man. If y'all are interested in boxing at all. But he'll tell you. Why is it so important to me? Well, I like the lightweight division. And I want to see some progress in the lightweight division. And I'm actually glad Tonka Truck Davis is fighting Jake Paul and getting out, because we need some real movement. You know, we got Abdullah Mason versus Snokes in November, or Noakes. And guess what? I know Abdullah Mason is going to wash him. And guess what? He's going to be in contention. Now, depending on what Shakur Stevenson does, are we going to get a unification next year? I know that from what I understand, Shakur Stevenson might be fighting in January. He might be fighting in January. I don't know who, but he might be fighting in January. So I'm looking forward to 2026 post Tonka Truck Davis. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I want to just go back to boxing again. I want to go back to enjoying boxing. I want to go back to, you know what I'm saying? Listen, The boxers that are doing the most to challenge themselves and to create their legacy and to build and to progress throughout the sport, they are the ones that need to be highlighted, whether they're champions already or whether they're not even in the rankings yet, but you can see some promise in them and you can see them blowing through the division and coming out on top later on. I'm a racist in denial. What are we talking about, bro? I'm not even talking about race. I'm talking about boxing. Ronnie Morning Coffee RMC says, yeah, love boxing. Go check out Story B Man then. His link is up there. Please repent. Okay. Yes, please. Yeah, repent. Sure. Who do you repent to? But yes, check out Stormy's channel. He's going to be doing a live stream later on. And let's get over there and help him build his channel. Let's help, you know. Because in my opinion, Stormy B Man should have at least 100,000 subscribers by now. Because it's so educational. Queen Mother Shakila, good morning to you. No, white lining. I'm not going to go to Popeyes and eat chicken. That's not going to happen. Here y'all go with the weird shit this morning. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate that, Stacy Prather. Yeah, Mike, it is what it is. T.A. Jones, what up? Salute. Aiden Hughes says regards from UK. Salute to you. Y'all wild up in here. Anyway, y'all. Do I like watermelon and KFC? I don't like KFC, Lazy Leopard. No. I haven't had KFC in years. And also, are you guys training? Are you guys, who out there works out? Who out there, you know, does cardiovascular exercise? Who out there is moving? Who out there is fight training? I recommend you guys go out there and fight train. Whether you watch videos or whether you go to a gym, get yourself a heavy bag, get yourself some gloves, start training. Mike Patrick says he just hit the waist hard. Incorporate some cardio, incorporate some, you know, some cardiovascular exercise, incorporate some shadow boxing into your regimen. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, y'all wilding. Anyway, yeah, just, you know, it ain't got to be nothing too strenuous. I'm gonna start dropping some videos showing you guys how to. If you don't like running or jogging, like I don't jog and run, I'd rather do David said I'm not even black. Yes, I am. I am black. But you can believe I'm not. It's okay. That's fine. You guys can have your own opinion. I ain't mad about it. For sure, J-Phone. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. David says nope, but I don't give a shit of what David says. Anyway, y'all stay up, man. Salute. You guys who are really interested in boxing, y'all go check out Story B Man. He has great boxing content. Very knowledgeable. You know, he's an OG. You know what I'm saying? I'll learn from him. I'll learn a lot from him. He's a milk chocolate. What? Anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And we gonna keep marching forward toward freedom and truth. Peace out.